As we grow older, we often hear the saying, "You'll understand when you're older." Well, as the years go by, there comes a point when we start to see ourselves in our parents' habits and behaviors. Sometimes it's amusing, other times it's a little unsettling, but either way, it's undeniable. At some point, you'll realize that you're turning into your parents. Here are 10 moments that might make you stop and think, wait, am I turning into my parents? 1. You start saying, "Because I said so." As kids, we probably hated hearing the classic parental line, "Because I said so." Yet, as we grow older, we start using it ourselves without even realizing it. Whether it's to avoid a lengthy explanation or because we're just too tired to argue, suddenly, the phrase becomes a staple in our own vocabulary. It's like a rite of passage. Saying those words is proof that the parenthood experience is creeping into our own lives. 2. You begin worrying about the thermostat. Remember when your parents would constantly adjust the thermostat, either to keep the house warmer in the winter or cooler in the summer? Fast forward to today, and you're likely doing the exact same thing. Suddenly, you're concerned about the energy bill or the perfect temperature. The obsession with maintaining a comfortable, yet energy-efficient, climate in the house is a clear sign you're following in their footsteps. 3. You keep telling people to eat their vegetables. As a child, you probably dreaded being told to eat your vegetables by your parents. Now, as an adult, you find yourself saying the same thing to friends, family, or even your own kids. You might even add phrases like, "They're good for you," or "They'll help you grow strong." Before you know it, you'll realize you've turned into your parents' vegetable-pushing version of yourself. 4. You start to care about good deals and coupons. If you ever rolled your eyes as your parents scoured the newspaper for coupons or spent extra time looking for discounts, you know the feeling of gradually transforming into them. Suddenly, the excitement of finding a good deal or clipping coupons becomes a source of pride. That sense of accomplishment when you save a few bucks on your grocery bill is a clear indicator that you've inherited your parents' money-saving habits. 5. You can't stop talking about the weather. It may have seemed like the most boring conversation topic when your parents did it, but now, it's a regular part of your daily discussions. Whether it's commenting on the temperature, the possibility of rain, or how the weather is affecting your plans, you can't help but bring it up. Before you know it, you'll catch yourself discussing the weather with strangers, just like your parents did, and you'll realize, oh no, you've become them. 6. You start planning your days around bedtime. As a kid, you probably didn't understand why your parents were so insistent on early bedtimes, but now, it's a whole different story. As you get older, you realize just how important a good night's rest is, and you start planning your social life around your bedtime. Suddenly, you're the one saying things like, "I can't go out, I need to get up early tomorrow." You'll know you've crossed over when your wild night out involves being home by 9 p.m. 7. You're obsessed with organizing everything. Whether it's the junk drawer, the kitchen cabinets, or even your closet, the urge to organize everything becomes increasingly powerful as we age. You find yourself categorizing things, buying storage containers, and insisting that everything has its place. One day, you'll realize that you've inherited your parents' need for order and tidiness, no more piles of stuff lying around. 8. You get irritated by loud noises. Loud music, honking horns, or any form of excessive noise used to be fun when you were younger. But as time passes, you begin to feel increasingly irritable by noise pollution. It could be the sound of a loud TV in another room or the neighbor's music blasting in the middle of the day. The need for peace and quiet is a sign that the parental side of you is starting to emerge. 9. You find yourself complaining about technology. Growing up, you probably heard your parents grumble about the latest technology and how, back in their day, things were simpler. Now, you find yourself complaining about the exact same things. Whether it's a slow internet connection, confusing apps, or how technology is making things more complicated, you've officially crossed the threshold of turning into your parents. 10. You start offering unsolicited advice. You might have been the first person to roll your eyes when your parents gave you advice that you didn't ask for. Yet, as you get older, you can't help but offer your own unsolicited wisdom to others. Whether it's advice on relationships, career choices, or just life in general, the realization hits when you offer someone your wisdom, without them asking for it, and suddenly, you understand exactly why your parents did the same thing. In many ways, turning into your parents is an inevitable part of growing up. While these moments may seem funny or surprising, they're a reminder that we're shaped by the people who raised us, for better or for worse. Ultimately, embracing these traits can be a sign of maturity and wisdom, showing how we've learned from their experiences. So, next time you catch yourself doing something your parents did, don't be alarmed, just smile and embrace it. After all, you've earned it.